Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Naomi Nasimiu, and this is Nasaha with Naomi. I'm so glad that you're able to join me for this short conversation that you're going to have today. If you're new here, karibu sana, sana, sana. Thank you for joining us today. Kindly consider to subscribe and join the family. Turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you'll get notified and you will not miss anything. If you are a returning subscriber, karibu sana. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Continue sharing my videos, continue liking and commenting in them, and God will bless you. So, karibu sana, sana. Now, today, I want us to have a conversation about cheating. Cheating cheating in marriages. Cheating in marriages or in a relationship, just cheating on your partner. So, there was this conversation we were having somewhere, and it is the truth. Someone said that cheating does not just happen in one day. You don't just wake up one morning, your relationship has been good, your marriage has been good, you're over the moon, you're in love, things are going the right way. You know, the man is good, you're being loved on the right way, the woman, you have children, everything is okay, maybe both of you are working, you're in agreement, then one of you one morning wakes up, bam, I'm going to cheat. It never happens. There are things that lead to cheating. There are steps, and I came to realize that it is sometimes when people are doing these things or are engaging themselves in this behavior, they don't know it. They are doing it subconsciously because they are lacking something. Maybe it is intimacy, maybe physical intimacy or emotional intimacy. They are lacking this from their marriages, and so they're seeking for it somewhere else, but subconsciously they don't know. Yes, we know it is a choice, because for it to reach a point maybe where you're having an affair, maybe you're sleeping with people outside your marriage, you're sleeping with other men or women, then there it is a choice that you made. But there are things that you entertained subconsciously before it reached there. There are things that you entertained subconsciously before it reached to a point where you've crossed the line, you've crossed the boundaries extremely, and there is no going back, because there is a point that you reach, and it is a point of no return. So I want us to look at what dangerous ground could you be trading on, or what dangerous, in simpler terms, what dangerous or risky behavior could you be engaging in that might lead, or that might risk your marriage ending, or might lead to separation and all that. Now, it starts with engaging in conversation, because it starts for people to connect emotionally. It starts with emotional cheating. So for you to connect emotionally to a person, it starts with a conversation. So maybe it is a colleague, because most of the people that you will cheat with, most of the people, I'm not saying all of them, but a majority of the people cheat with people who are known to their spouses. Either it is a friend of your wife or your husband, or maybe it is a colleague, someone that you are very familiar with and you are comfortable with, even in engaging them in conversations. So you find that it will start with something as simple as having a conversation with someone, just a harmless conversation. Then you find that this person becomes like your safe place. And this is a person of the opposite sex, although nowadays with LGBTQ, you might never know. But but mostly it is a person. You are a woman and you are not feeling comfortable in your marriage. There are things that need to be worked on, and you are not having communication with your spouse. So you go at work, you find this colleague or a friend to your husband, or just a friend that you know, well known to you, are very comfortable with them. Then you start having a conversation. You start opening up to them. When you find yourself opening up to a friend of the opposite sex, you're opening up to them about the weaknesses of your spouse, the challenges that you are going through, and they are listening, because this is something that you're not getting in your marriage, you're not getting from your partner, but you're very comfortable with them, and you're talking and you're engaging, and they're giving you feedback, showing that they are listening to what you're saying. My friend, dangerous. Unakanyaga moto, because after this, next will be in the evening. Maybe it starts at lunchtime. Maybe you're working together, or your friends, you decide to meet at lunchtime to have lunch together. Then they become your favorite person. So every day ni lunch na ye, lunch na ye. Then you find that you're engaging, you're talking, you're having fun, you're laughing. Mtu alisema mnacheka mpaka mnagongana, high five mpaka mnacheka hadi machozi inatoka. And you don't do that with your spouse. Then something is wrong. Then when you're asked, you say we are just friends. What friendship is there? Yenye mpaka mnacheka mpaka mnalia. And yet you are not having the same with your husband or your wife at home. So unakuta it develops like that. After that, inakuwa ni jioni, every lunchtime, and then in the evening you have to meet. Maybe you are doing it once a week. Now it becomes every day. This person has become your safe place. If your partner does the mistake again, maybe amekushautia, maybe amefanya nini, this is the person that you are calling. And remember, it is a person of the opposite gender. So this is the person that you are calling and crying to and lamenting your problems to and all that, and they are there listening. This is dangerous. This is dangerous because this person is giving you what you're not getting in your marriage. Then after this, you find that it goes on, you start spending more time with them. Then, because you're doing it subconsciously, it reaches a point, you know what you are doing. Because it will reach some point, you find that you are uncomfortable. Such people, you find that a person of the opposite sex is calling you, and you are uncomfortable picking the phone in front of your husband or your wife. Sasa ukipigiwa na huu jamaa or this lady calls you, you want to pick the phone from somewhere else. And then your partner starts being suspicious because every time you are called, either you don't pick, or if you have to pick, you go and pick it somewhere else where you have a conversation in secret. Then it shows that you're having a guilt of some kind, because there are other people who will call you in front of your husband or your wife, and you'll not be uncomfortable. But now when this particular person you have been confiding in, talking with, now there is an emotional bond between the two of you, you're very okay, you feel like you can open up to them, you can cry with them, you can laugh with them and joke with them, and they are not your spouse. Alafu akianza kupiga simu, unasikia kuna ako ka guilt that you feel, ako ka guilt unasikia, because you are like, whatever we are talking is wrong. And labda hata hakuna kitu, labda hata ni salamu tu, but you have to go and pick the phone from far away, ama all the same ulenge ni kama hata hujapigiwa simu. Then this shows that whatever you're having is dangerous. It is risky because it might lead you to cheating. And then you find after this, one thing leads to another, then bam, you are being intimate with someone who is not your spouse. So if you find yourself that you are opening up to someone of the opposite gender who is not your spouse, and maybe not a relative, maybe not a brother or a sister, and you're opening up, then this person becomes your favorite person, you're calling them, and then when they call you, when you're with your person, with your husband and wife, unakuwa uncomfortable, unashindwa kujibu, unajikuta ukifanyiwa kitu, it is the first person you're thinking of to call or to text, and all that, speaking your fears to them, speaking your achievements to them. Then you are treading on dangerous ground. dangerous ground. You are at a very high risk of cheating on your partner. So it does, it doesn't need rocket science. Ask yourself, how did it start before you fell in love with your current wife or husband? It started the same way, only that this time it is complicated because you're in a marriage. Instead of doing all these things, communicate, open up to your spouse, have a conversation. If it is not working, then find a way to end it or give each other some space, but don't engage in another relationship and yet you're still in one. Don't engage in another relationship and yet you are still married. Because, and when children are involved, it becomes even more complicated. So if you find yourself, you're confiding in someone who is not your partner, telling your partners or your husbands or your wives weaknesses to someone else, this is the person you're laughing with, joking with, talking with, your favorite person, and then unasema wewe unaweza kwaje BFF na mtu mwingine wa the opposite sex, and yet you're married. You're married, but unasema, if you're a man, unasema, oh, Jane or Mary is my BFF. There is nothing between us. Every time unajikuta, your partner is very insecure about this thing that you are having. And then when they question every time, you're saying, you're just friends. There is nothing like being just friends. Because if this flame is fanned, it can burn up things. So kindly, if you find yourself in such a situation, start distancing yourself and handle issues as they should be handled, instead of going around cheating or engaging in behavior that will put you at risk of cheating on your husband or wife. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've learned something. Let us continue with the conversation in the comment section. Kindly comment, like the video, share the video, and thank you so much for your support. I don't take it for granted. Until next time, I love you all so much, and bye-bye.